They are funny, they are blue, and they're quiet. And until now, well, their show's quiet, not quiet. We've never really heard from the Blue Man Group, right? But there's a new book. It's called Blue Man World, and it takes us inside the group. The co-founder, Phil Stanton, is here. He's going to tell us all about the book. Welcome, Phil.
Hi.
I think this is interesting because this is really such an explosive show, right? It's loud, it's in your face, it's colorful, and you come out with a book.
Yeah, well, that was kind of the challenge, is how to capture kind of the aesthetic and the energy, really, of the show and put it into book form. So we tried really hard, and I think we've come up with something that kind of works. But it takes sort of a tongue-in-cheek look at the Blue Man. It's almost like an anthropologist comes and tries to dive really deep into figuring out who the Blue Man is.
Right, because I look through it, it's kind of like a chemistry book or a history book, but it's all very sarcastic.
Yeah, and one way or another, it manages to tell all about the last 25 years of our history, and I mean everything. It's pretty comprehensive. So
I think the most important thing that fans always walk away from this show after seeing it is saying, who are those guys? Who are the Blue Men?
Yeah, it's the mystery that I think has been really fun for people and fun for us, you know. We've never really known the answer to that question. Now we have it. The answers to everything are in the book.
And this started sort of as an underground group in New York City, right? Now you're at the Luxor in Vegas, and the show's recently been reworked. You're always changing it, always evolving.
Yeah, it's been a very dynamic process over the years, and we've had many versions of this kind of idea, and that's one thing that's so exciting about this book. It really captures everything that we've thought about over the last 25 years, and I think that what people will see is that there is an aesthetic and there's a character there that we're just on the brink of the next phase. So that's what I'm excited about.
And it's a crazy show. It's loud. Where do you guys come up with the ideas? Who generates the ideas, and how do you actually put those into action on stage?
Well, they come from a lot of different sources, really. One of them is just trying to think like the Blue Man. The Blue Man is kind of an innocent. We like to think of him as kind of an alien from within. So through those fresh eyes, we can take a look at our culture and a look at ourselves, and that's where much of the satire comes from. Lately, it's a lot about technology. The fact that we have these little devices that dominate our lives so much, and the Blue Man would come and through that innocence look at that and really want to explore it and understand what's so important about these devices.
And I think one of the things that's really fascinating about this show is it makes us kind of look at ourselves and laugh at ourselves.
Yeah, I hope so. I think people will, in a really humorous way. It's fine for people to come out and say, "Wow, that was great. I laughed and it was spectacle." But there is a thoughtful side that people can get into if they choose to.
And the book celebrating the 25-year anniversary goes on sale next week, is that right?
That's right, Tuesday, October 4th.
And what else are fans going to get out of it? Because I know you're not giving away all the secrets, but you've got some great old pictures from the early days of Blue Man. Yeah,
there's a lot of imagery. That's a lot of archival imagery, like you're speaking of. It's kind of historical, but there's also a lot of, like you mentioned earlier, it's kind of scientific graphs and things like that that are visually rich, and some illustrations that kind of print or get a look into a broader Blue Man world.
I have a feeling it's going to be a lot like the show. It's going to be a cult favorite.
Oh, I hope so.
Thanks for being here. All right,
you.
For more information about the Blue Man Group and their new book, it's their 25th anniversary. Just go to kcal9.com. You can click Seen on TV. Juan?